Most men spend their whole lives trying to be liked, to be chosen, to be enough. They put on the nice guy mask, smile too often, apologize too quickly, and bend over backward to please a woman who, deep down, isn't even sure she respects him. And then they wonder why things don't last, why she pulls away, why she says, "You're too nice," right before disappearing into the arms of someone colder, rougher, someone she said she hated. Here's the raw truth: women don't fall in love with performers. They fall in love with protectors of peace. Let that sink in. Stop performing. Start protecting. When you perform, you're not being real. You're overthinking every text. You're filtering your truth. You're laughing when you don't feel like it. You're giving when it's not appreciated. You're slowly killing your own masculine integrity in exchange for temporary approval, and you think it's love. It's not. It's weakness disguised as being good. It's fear dressed up as kindness. It's emotional self-abandonment. You are not supposed to earn your place through performance. You're supposed to command it through presence, leadership, and stillness. And that's where everything shifts. What does protector of peace actually mean? It means you don't bring chaos into a woman's life. You don't become the reason she loses sleep. You're not starting petty fights. You're not emotionally fragile. You're not a boy in a man's body. But more importantly, don't allow a woman to bring chaos into your life. That's what most men miss. They think being a man is absorbing emotional punches just to prove you care. Wrong. Real man draws a line not just to protect her peace, but to protect his own. If her words are getting disrespectful, you address it, not avoid it. If her actions are inconsistent, you pull back, not chase harder. If her energy is draining, you walk away, not tolerate more. You see, you're not supposed to fight for peace. You're supposed to become it. Unshakable, unbothered, undeniable. And in that energy, she finally feels safe. Because now she's with a man who won't let his dignity bleed out just to avoid silence or conflict. Peace is magnetic. Chaos is repellent. Women, especially feminine women, crave emotional security. They want to know that if life goes to hell, the man next to them won't. If she's crying, you're calm. If she's spinning, you're stable. If she's moody, you're centered. That contrast? It's irresistible. Because now she doesn't have to control everything. She can relax, she can trust, she can feminize in your presence, but you cannot create that contrast if you're emotionally reactive. If every cold text from her rattles your mood. If her silence turns you into a desperate texter. If her testing energy sends you spiraling. You've already lost the frame. You're not protecting peace. You're chasing approval. Shift the frame or lose the game. A feminine woman is always testing your emotional frame, not out of cruelty, not because she wants to destroy you, but because she wants to trust you. She needs to feel that when she's unsure, you're still certain. That when she's overwhelmed, you're still composed. That when she's in chaos, you don't join her, you lead her out. This is the test most men fail. They confuse leadership with control. They think holding frame means manipulation or domination. No, it means staying rooted in who you are, even when she's not sure who she is. It means staying calm when she tries to provoke you. It means staying grounded when she's emotional. It means protecting your own peace so fiercely that she eventually rests inside it. And here's the twist. Once a woman feels safe in your peace, her entire behavior changes. She becomes softer, more feminine, more giving, more emotionally vulnerable, because now she sees something rare, a man she doesn't have to fight to be heard, a man who doesn't drown in her feelings, a man who feels like home. Let her test, let her feel. You stay still. A woman's emotional cycles aren't flaws to fix. They're rhythms to understand. She feels deeply, she shifts suddenly. One moment, warmth, the next, withdrawal. And if you make the mistake most men do, taking it personally, panicking at the distance, trying to fix what isn't yours to fix, you fail her. Not because you didn't try, but because you didn't lead. You don't argue with the weather. You adapt. You don't fight the tides. You anchor. Same with her storms. You're not here to get validation from her mood. You're Not here to rise and fall with her emotional waves. You're here to be still, solid, safe. Let her test, let her pull away. Let her feel. She's not looking to see if you'll chase. She's watching to see if you'll waver. Every test has. One question: can I trust you to stay grounded when I lose myself? If you react, get defensive, raise your voice, beg for reassurance, you failed the test. Because now you need her to stabilize you, but the man who passes, he breathes, he watches. He holds space, and says to himself, I don't need to fix this. I just need to remain still. Let her return to herself and find me unmoved. That's not indifference, that's leadership. That's spiritual composure. That's a man who's mastered himself. Women don't want emotional perfection. They want emotional protection. Be the piece she can lean on. Not the chaos she has to manage. Because in the end, what separates a boy from a man? Isn't his strength in good times? It's his stillness when the storm hits, and the deeper the woman, the more she respects the man who doesn't flinch. How to become a protector of peace in practice here. The practical shift. 1. Master your nervous system. Breathe deeper, speak slower, think clearer. Your nervous system sets the tone. If you're always reactive, anxious, or trying to impress, she will never feel safe around you. Regulate your stress, meditate, lift, walk in silence. Build stillness like a muscle. Point 2. Stop explaining yourself. Every time you explain your worth, you lower it. Every time you try to convince her you're not like other guys, you become one. Instead, let your energy speak. Move with confidence. Mean what you say less. Observe more. 3. Learn to walk away calmly. Your strength isn't tested by how long you can stay. It's revealed by how peacefully you can leave. When you walk away without drama. When you stop texting first. When you refuse to engage with disrespect, that's when she feels your power. You don't have to raise your voice. You just have to raise your standards. 4. Be less available, more intentional. She texts once and you jump to reply in 3 seconds. That's performance. She pulls back and you overcompensate. That's fear. Start protecting your energy. Stop always being on call. Respond when you want, not when you need to. Remember, you're not trying to win her attention. You're choosing to share your presence. You're not her therapist. You're her mirror. Stop trying to heal her. Stop trying to decode every emotion. Stop trying to absorb all her pain just to prove you care. You're not supposed to be her emotional crutch. You're supposed to be her reflection, her grounding, her masculine mirror. And if she can't meet you there, if she wants chaos more than clarity, you don't chase, you wish her peace and move on because your peace is too expensive to lose over someone who hasn't found their own final word. What she feels when you become the anchor. Let's end where we began. She's emotional, you're still, she tests you. You pass by not reacting. She pulls away, you let her, she comes back. You remain the same. And in all that. She feels something she's never felt before. Call on safety. The safety of a man who doesn't need her to be happy, to be stable. The safety of a man who doesn't lose himself when she's lost. The safety of a man who's not just present in her life, but grounded within himself. That's the 5th shift that flips the entire game. You stop performing, you start protecting. You become the peace that her soul was looking for all along, and once she finds that in you, she won't ever want to lose it, because in a world full of noise, you became silence. And in a world full of boys performing you became the man who protects peace. Ready for the next shift? Let's talk about the 6th masculine truth most men avoid. Stop being nice, start being honest. Because it's not kindness that earns respect. It's clarity. Shall I continue writing that 6th shift next?